All right. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, HaKadosh. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations. Hopefully, they got there pushing these words and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopefully the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. All right, with GMS Mississippi, New Orleans camp. All right, down here breaking bread with the brothers and getting in the spirit. Because right now it's about sound doctrine and prophecy. You know, there's a lot of people getting sidetracked by all these little side antics. Okay, of Esau eating, you know, the things that he's pushing and making, you know, mainstream. All right, news. But the overall underlying thing that's happening in the earth is prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, and this is what we come to do is prophesy the downfall of this current kingdom, man, which is ran by Esau. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8.
Yep.
It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Of war, evil, and pestilence. You see, that's the thing that needs to be talked about. Okay, the war, the evil, and the pestilence that's to come. So you can get sidetracked with Charles Barkley responding to Kyrie Irving tweet, you know, or Dame Dash responding to Kanye West tweet and all this old madness. But no, what about the war and the evil that's coming to the earth, man? Because it's gonna come a time when you're not gonna be thinking about a Kyrie or a Charles Barkley, okay? Or none of these niggas, man. You're gonna be trying to survive, man. You know, we come into the worst times that the earth has ever seen since the planet been created, man. Since the earth has been created, we're coming into the worst time. We get that. Matthew 21, or Matthew 24 and 21. You know, let's bring that out, man. This is the things that need to be talked about, man. Okay? The destruction and the chaos that's coming to the earth, man. Okay?
Yeah, it's real quick. It's Matthew 24 and verse 21. How shall I speak? It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
So Yahweh Shai is prophesying about the worst time ever that's come to the earth, man. And we in those times. You see, it's gonna be worse than transatlantic slave trade in the 70 AD, than the time of the Assyrian siege, when our people, you know, were eating each other's babies, man. You had the women eating their children, man, cooking their children and eating them, man. The woman made the deals and look, we're gonna eat my son today, we're gonna eat yours tomorrow. That's how bad circumstances was. So the scripture says the time gonna be worse than that. Yeah. You see?
Yeah.
Okay, come on,
Yep. Oh, verse 22.
Yep.
It says, and except those days should be shortened,
Yep.
there should no flesh be saved.
There should no flesh be saved. See, the Lord got to shorten this thing up. That's why you see time speeding up. Months flying by, man. Years flying by, man. Okay? It seems like it's been 10 years ago since the whole, you know, little pandemic thing, man. Yeah. It's been like it's been a while. It ain't been that long, man. You see, but time is moving fast because the Most High is wrapping this thing up. The reason why he has the topic of Israel is one of the main topics because the Lord is waking his people up for deliverance and he also sealing his people for their judgment, man. You see? So he's doing it in a more expedient way so we can wrap this thing up, man, because if Esau continues to pretty much do what he's doing, he'll destroy everything, man. If this man was left alone to just keep doing what he was doing, he'd destroy everything trying to set up this new world order, man. You know, this man doesn't have control of everything. A lot of things that this man do, he be experimenting. You see, he get on TV like he got it all together. That nigga be trying shit, man. Yeah, when the shit working, you know, it's great. You know, but when the shit don't work, then there's nothing said about it, man. You know?
Hey, yeah. And it says, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yep, for the elect's sake. Okay? Because the Lord has a remnant who he's preserving to be delivered. You see, how about Shema Shai, what he's doing, he's pretty much bringing up the next empire. He's raising up and building up the next generation of rulers for the world to come. So he's going to make sure that those people are preserved, beginning with the 144,000, those first fruits, and the rest of the elect. He's making sure they're going to be preserved. Okay. So what? We can come out of those chariots, all right, and be joint heirs with Yahweh, man. Conquer the earth, all right, in righteousness, man. You know.
Yeah. I can read that all day.
Yeah. Yeah, he did that. Yeah. You had something? Okay.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 12, starting at the top.
Yeah.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Yeah, and Michael, is just a part of the ranks of the military, all right, of the heavens. Okay? He's one of those top angels under Yahweh. Okay? Let you know that the spirit world is going to have to intervene in the affairs of earth, for us to be preserved because of how bad it's going to be, man. Go ahead.
And there shall be a time of trouble,
Yeah.
such as never was since there was a nation.
Yeah, so Yahweh is referencing to this. You see, you understand, Yahweh was referencing to the Old Testament, man. Okay? He was going into the prophecies and expounding on these things, man. You see, go ahead.
It says, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Yep.
And at that time, thy people shall be delivered.
And that's the elect. It's a time of deliverance, man. Okay? That's the time that we're coming into, man. And that's why, for us brothers, man, it's a fight, for us to remain, Because as you look throughout the years, man, there's been a lot of changes within this ministry, man. It's a lot of men, who didn't make it back to the camp. You see? That's what me and the brother Uriah was speaking about before the lesson started. Like, you pretty much gotta survive off camera to make it back to the camera. You see? So you gotta
always try to, throughout my years, you just trying to make it to, you really don't want to do that. Think like this, you're trying to make it to the next Passover.
Yeah.
Every month, every hour, every minute, something can change. The Lord can pull you to try, test you. All right? See, try your range and see how your integrity is, man. There's a lot come with this.
Yep.
Even that we got a brother, dear brother, Ray St. Louis. He going through a trial, The Lord try your faith to see if you really love him. Right? And it is what it is, man. This is a battle spiritually, physically, all right? That you gotta pass. Any moment now you can just get tested. You'll call, get punched, all type of shit, man. You just try to make it to, hey, my mind is make it to the next Passover. Make it to the next Passover.
Hey, like you say, the Most High, He'll isolate you to see where you at.
Yeah.
It's easy. Like you playing football, you got safety help over the top.
Right.
But when you on that island by yourself, you make one wrong turn, through it. Yeah, you done.
One hesitation is wrong.
Yeah. You get out your break too late, and that's how the Most High do his men. He'll isolate them and see, okay, let me see how you deal. I'm gonna isolate you from the body, not from the tribe. And see, we gotta be really, as we learn in the faith, we gotta keep adding these things unto us, man, because you don't fail. But the thing is, what do we learn from it, man? Because we gotta make it to the deliverance that's spoken of in the scriptures, man. Then shall our people be delivered. It's a fight to get to that part to be delivered, man.
I remember early on, I was first coming up. You gotta pray for longevity, man. You better pray for longevity because you start off fiery the first 5 years, first couple of years, precept, crazy. Then you got the latter and mid part of the years, right? For those things, that consistency has to step in, discipline has to step in. Right now, it's all zeal. You got 5 years zeal on them. What happens when those things start to run out? Things start to happen. Because a lot of brothers in this thing ain't never been through that controversy, right? You never been really fully tried, right? You rebuke, your integrity. Them demons get on you, man. Have you tripping, thinking about brothers crazy, doing crazy shit? All right? You gotta really be tested and tried in this thing, man. The Lord wants to see. You know? And it's best to get it out now than to get tried in the middle of Jacob's trouble. Well, I'm in church, never been tried. Why you gonna try me in Jacob's trouble? You know? Why you try my accountability, you know? My discipline now. You need to get that beforehand. This that nigga Harrison had a thing against practice, but this the practice.
Right.
You better get it. You better get the practice in. Because once it's go time, ain't no practice. You gotta come on with it, man. Like this brother said, you know if you ever play cornerback is the hardest position to play in football. One twitch, one wrong move, second guessing some shit, that dude over the top of your head, jump. Oh, you see this nigga doing this? Yeah, crazy.
That time reveals, like you said, man, you know, or you being tried in your trial, man. Time reveals it. Overall, like you said, you pray for longevity, and then those days in time is gonna teach or show what your character is, man. It says, this Job 30:27, it says, I said days should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom.
Woo! Multitude of years shall teach wisdom. And that's why, you know, in the ancient world, the elders were so valued, because one thing about it, you can't teach experience. You gotta have it. You know, you just got to have that experience, man. You know, and you look at any industry that you work in, like from sports to Hollywood to everyday industries, they all have veterans that pretty much are just around for the sake of just counseling. Right. You know, like you think like you don't do nothing, but he just got so much experience. You gonna run into some shit you never seen before, and that's when he step in and say, "Yeah, do this, do that," and fall back out the scene and see and get back running. Cause why? He got that experience. You might be savvy, you might come up with new ideas, and you might just be hitting the ground running. But then you're gonna run into something you never seen before. No matter how much raw talent you got, you're gonna run into something you ain't never seen before. And then it's gonna take the experience to still be and say, all right, do this and this, you know, and then it flows. You know? Yeah, he done seen it. He done seen it before. Like, you might listen to the apostles and elders, you know. You just listen to their live stream. They just be dropping so much wisdom on how to live your day-to-day. You know? Like how to be in your day-to-day. They give you so many perspectives because they done seen it. You know?
This Jeremiah 30:7.
Yep.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Yep.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yes, the time of Jacob's trouble. You know? And this is when everything that we learn and acquire within this grace period, we're going to have to apply it to get to the chariots, man. You see? This is when everything that we acquire is full of knowledge, wisdom, experience. Okay? Instead in Romans 5:3. You read down on that. You know? That's why you got to cherish the brothers too, man. Like, you got all these wise men that so disposable, man. Get counsel on certain things, man. Okay? Yeah, get wise counsel, man. You around all these wise counsel. Okay? We too late in the game to make a horrible decision, man. Okay, you're gonna fall, you're gonna slip, you're gonna do things that damn, I wish I could get them back. You know? But then, okay, we in the point now where we can't be making horrible decisions this time in the game, man. You know? Go ahead.
Yep. It's the book of Romans, chapter 5, verse 3.
Yep.
And not only so, but we glory in tribulations.
Yeah, we glory in tribulation. And see, the guys that really stand out and whatever they do, those are guys that fall in love with the preparation. You see? He say you glory in tribulation. The reason why certain people are on a certain level, on such a high level, and be able to perform on such a high level, because they fall in love with the preparation. The process, the tribulation. They say Prince used to do a concert for 2 hours and then go do an after party for 3 hours. So if you was in Prince Band, you had to be ready to play 5-6 hours. That was the norm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it ain't no 45 minutes, then y'all go chill and party. Like, no, we finna get back to it. But see, when you fall in love with the preparation, the game is fun. You see? The game fun to you because you fell in love with the preparation. And yeah, you got it.
What's like, and I've been around guys, they hate the preparation. They hate everything has to be everything's meticulous, man.
Yeah.
Set up the camera, man, you want to make sure everything right. This is the Lord's work, man. You don't do this sloppy half-ass. You want to be precise with it, man. Everything, we know everything's not gonna be right, but I'm gonna damn sure try to achieve to get there.
Right.
Right? And I'm gonna make sure also that the men around me are looking right, man. Because when they look right, I look right. When I look right, they look right, man. That's how it's supposed to be. Everything has to be. I ain't gonna see them. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
My awareness be.
Circumspect.
Yeah, go ahead. I see them coming through the woods.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
And just like you said, like the preparation, you get confident from this.
Right.
You know, I remember a while back we was over there on the canal, and Jake came up talking about that King James shit. And then when you had brought that paperwork out on his ass and really going to King James,
Yeah.
he was through. But the brother was able to do that, like he was able to be confident because he had prepared before the cameras came on. You see? So when the nigga come with King James, before he finished saying James, the information out, oh, you through.
Yeah.
You know? You see? So going back into it, read that.
Yeah. The book of Romans. All right. Book of Romans, chapter 5, verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations.
We glory in the tribulation, because tribulation is preparing us. Like, that's why practice used to be so hard, because it was preparing you.
That's why that nigga, Peyton Manning, all the greats, Peyton Manning, you got Aaron Rodgers, them dudes prepared us. That's how that nigga, Peyton Manning get up there and see some shit and change the whole family nigga. He know what they're running. Preparedness, man. Same thing with this, you gotta be prepared, you know? You gotta have that. You even see that nigga LeBron James, he have a 6 cent on the court. Even players that play, he's like, he know where everybody at, even the opponents on the team, he know where they're supposed to be at when his players run. That's how he can just no look past dishing over that, because he know that his player is supposed to be there at this particular time. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this, on the block. I just seen the Apostle Hub. And it's all about preparation. Where I have got myself to that level to where when Scarfer come up, you know where the niggas going at before they even say this shit. You know, certain topics, scriptures going back and forth, nigga, I know where this nigga's going at. But I'm gonna go 10 steps ahead of that nigga to cut him off, and cut the ring off. You know what I'm saying? This is a mental game. Right? This thing of ours is everything is also is checkers. Not checkers, but chess. It's a mental game. You gotta exercise the mental by brother saying, preparation. Then you gotta put yourself in the position to be there. How you gonna be preparation when you the guy that's always late? You the guy when all those, you know, we were talking about some other cats a while back. I think that was me and you. It was me and somebody. Like the Apostle told them, said, when all those breakdowns were going on, when the Cornelius thing was coming out, you had certain guys, it was in the hallway. In the hallway talking to women. In the hallway fucking off, man. That's why you didn't get it. You know, I know cats personally now here. When all the breakdowns was coming on, where was Jake was at? Jake was in the shower. Jake was in the line at Taco Bell getting a cheesy gordito crunch. Hold on. In case it did, hold on, I'll be right. But the breakdown's coming out 6 months down the line, 8 months down the line. Hey, break that down. You got it. But you was on the phone. You was in a room, but you wasn't in the room. You know. But go ahead,
Yeah. It says, "But we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience."
Patience. Hey, that's another thing. Like when you have patience, you understand that it's a marathon. You know, and that's why you see a lot of men. You know, they'll sprint themselves out the race. You see, when you have patience, you understand that this is a marathon, man. You're always thinking of the next day. You know, you're always thinking, okay, of the long term. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. And I remember Elder,
Go ahead, finish it.
say back with the brother saying, Elder Pastor Ariana did it on one of his videos, mentioned it about you're only as good as your last video. Okay? So you gotta be preparing for the next, always look, excelling. So that word adversity comes into what those brothers were bringing out earlier, man. Okay, and you find out through different strategic measures that the Lord puts you through what that condition is. Either gonna make you or it's gonna break you. Either you're gonna grow from it and learn and move on, or you're gonna be stuck right there and you're gonna find yourself on the back end of these afflictions, man. Go ahead,
Me personally, I was coming up in Houston, I was real impatient. The Lord was putting me through all type of shit that's making me blow a fuse. But always leading the patience. And then one day, I was on an interview, right? And the guy, I didn't get the job, but I could tell the Lord was speaking to this one particular jig. He was like, man, you're an artist, right? Yeah. He was like, what's something, you know, he always ask you that question, what's something that you good at the job and what's something you bad at? I said, well, I'm bad at patience. I said, it always makes sense with you. You're an artist. I said, what you try to do is you try to control moving parts, moving people. When you have that canvas and that paper, I can always change how a picture looks. See, you can't change these moving parts out here. That's what you got to learn to be patient with. The movement, I'm like, damn, what the Lord talking about? And then from that time, I got it. I understood from where I was at 6 years ago to now, patience is on a whole other level. Right? Because you actually dealing with moving people. People fuck up, make mistakes, people do stupid shit in traffic, you can't control it. Just control, like you always say, control the things you can. You know what I'm saying? And it helps you in the long run with this truth, man. You gotta have patience with brothers, have long suffering with brothers. Brothers gonna fuck up, talk about it, rebuke about it, they gonna come fuck up again. You gotta have patience. Right? Sometimes we always talk about you have to look at both sides tie your shoes. You be trying to overforce shit. I gotta do it. The Lord gonna make it to where, no, Negro, I'm gonna tie your shoes, not you.
Yeah, Jake tried to check the sky with his shoes untied and trip over his own feet.
Yeah, tripping all day. And until you continue trying to tie your shoes, the Lord gonna continue letting you fall. Until you start doing this, fuck it, Lord, I give up, you do it. You're gonna tie your shoes for you, they gonna make it work, man. That's where patience coming, you know, even you have children, man, a little daughter, a little son, you gotta have patience. You won't have to have patience unless you don't want them children. You're gonna have to go give them back or some shit. You know, it's the same thing, man. Same thing going on. You know, and sometimes the Lord ain't gonna answer you just because you want it right then. The Lord make it come 3 years later, man. Man, I asked for that. Now they can't. You know what I'm saying? But they have patience. Yeah. Like I always tell you, brother, about the process. If we lions, well, damn, a lion goes through the full process of the hunt. The lion has to first get hungry. Nigga gotta go walk in the woods, watch shit, watch the gazelles. Then the process of what happened. Waiting patiently for the right time to get the one that's lacking or whoever. Running at them, the strike, the bite, and then you have to go through the whole process of eating this shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through the process. You can't skip that one part of the process, man. Even you brothers, sometimes you gotta go through hell. It's part of the process of knowing yourself, knowing in the midst of battle, how would I act, how would my emotions be when something goes down. Man, I was a little emotional on that shit. Correctly. You know, it's a part of it, man. It's part of the thing. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, here it is. It's Romans chapter 5, verse 4. And patience, experience hope.
Yeah, so it's a build-up, you know? When you first learn, okay, to fall in love with preparation, and then preparation teaches you patience, okay? And then through that patience, you start getting the experience. You see? Yahweh Shema Shai, he's making well-rounded men. He's not just putting guys on camera that know precepts. No, he's making well-rounded men. Remember, we're being conditioned to be judges. Okay? And the best judges are people who pretty much come from what? Their criminal background. Because they can kind of they understand where they coming from, but then they can be a mediator from the structure where it's supposed to be. So they can kind of make a good balanced judgment on case by case situation. Yeah, you see?
And it's all done through, it's all going back to that word again, it's all done through experience.
Yep.
Having a criminal background, you have experience because you've been there already. So you know how to deal when you've been given this edge right here to look, this is how you do this, how you do that. Yeah.
You know how to show mercy.
Yeah.
You also know when somebody just BSing.
Yeah.
Trying to get off.
Yeah.
You discern it.
God, bro. Yeah. Let me get the last verse on this. It's the back of that word, hope. Verse 5, it says, and hope maketh not ashamed.
Woo! And hope maketh not ashamed. And see, one of the definition for shame is being disappointed. Because we're not going to be disappointed in our hope in Yahweh Shai. You know? Because guess what? We've been built up through the experience of going through tribulation. Well, we had to be patient and the Lord will come through. So now we have the experience, okay, the Lord always comes through in the clutch. Every experience you have, like we here today because the Lord has kept coming through the clutch over and over and over again. That's why we're able to stand right here, right now, and be able to teach because the Lord has been constantly coming through the clutch, man. You know?
It says, because the love of Yahweh Shai is showed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us.
Yeah, it's given unto us. You know, so there's a spirit that's within us in which the Lord is able to showcase his love toward us through what, man? Bringing us through these situations and tribulation, man. You know? You got that.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 34. We'll start at verse 9.
Yeah.
A man that hath traveled knoweth many things,
Yeah.
and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom.
And he that have much experience declare wisdom. You see? And that's why pretty much there are certain things that certain men can't even speak on, man. Like you have to let the man with that experience and that speak on those things, man. You know? Because one thing about our people, Jake want to know everything about everything, man. Or at least pretend like they know. You know? Like, nah, man. The man that got the experience, he's able to declare that particular thing, man. You know? You got more.
He that hath no experience knoweth little.
Yeah, he that have no experience knoweth little. Okay? That's why these guys that you see popping on, on TikTok, talking about we ain't the Hebrews and trying to go into history, they don't have no experience. They don't fully understand what's going on. Okay? They just on their rant. You see? Go ahead.
It says, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence.
Yep. And see, you can physically travel and have experience, dealing with different cultures, different walks of life. Okay? But guess what? We've been traveling through these precepts in the spirit. You see? Because when you read, it's like you time travel. You're going from this era, the time of Joshua, then you'll go to the time of the Greeks, then you go to the time of the Persians, like you're time traveling, man.
And we're reading about ourselves.
Yeah. You get that experience. So you got Christians now trying to go into the Ptolemies and, like, nah, nigga, come on, man. Yeah. We've been in church for decades. You niggas never mentioned.
Never talk about
it. Yeah, come on, man. Cut this shit out, man. You got it, bro. Like that Malachi 3 and 2.
Like the brother said, and then again, it says days teach wisdom.
Yeah.
And now, so it means what? Meaning what? You've been to gain experience by going through things, but it takes time. Experience is time driven, right? You don't just pop out and you just an expert, even in sports or wherever you at. Oh, he been 10 years in. He got this accolade. He did that. He been in a Pro Bowl. He did that. Now he's experiencing things, man. But this wisdom of Solomon 8 and 7, it says, and if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtue.
Yep.
For she teaches temperance and prudence.
And temperance goes to self-government. And that's another thing we have to learn in ministry, man. Like, because this society tells you what? Wild out. Okay? Go for it all. Just do it. Yeah. Niggas push their energy, man. Just doing too much. What is that number one stunner spirit, You see, that's the energy that niggas have, man. Niggas work 9 to 5, want to live like a baby on the weekend. You know, there's no temperance. You see, niggas got all these trash baby mamas. That's because niggas ain't got no discipline.
I'm about to say
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you always got G like call themselves King. Well, King don't be around here slinging his ice cream around like that. He's precise on where he gonna lay his seed at. What type of woman he laying his seed in too, man. He's out here just got 40. I know niggas personally that's around my family. Them niggas, them down south country ass niggas, they take pleasure in having multiple baby mamas. Take pleasure in having 16 kids. Ain't doing shit for them though, man. All right. I'm talking about not going to no games. Nigga ain't doing nothing. That's my daughter. That's all the nigga happy about, man. It's you gotta have, if you're a king, or you think you gotta have a mystique about you, man. You selective of who you fuck with and who you gonna lay seed in, man. Who you want around you.
I know that's exactly what you said. Who you allow to have access to you, man.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, a king is not around everybody. He has orders set up to where who wanna talk to me? You gonna deal with that dude. Yeah, he delegate.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like what's that? Mordecai told Esther, you know, go holler at Xerxes about the situation. She was like, shit, I can't just walk in there.
Yeah.
Shit, you know? Shit, I die. Like, you know, and that was his woman. You know?
Right.
So it was his wife. So it was like, you know, like you say, brother, like the temperance that we learn is of a royal, is of a royal kind. But I say everybody like talk about being kings and they think it's just the perks of having a lot of women and resources and authority. But no, that was a discipline that came with that first, man. You know? You got
Temperance gives you a physical, it gives you a physical survival tank.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Get a Sirach 10 real fast because this is another way of it, but the same way how Yahushua is gonna be, because he gonna set the presidency of how we gonna be, man. Yeah, we're gonna be the prototype because how he is, we're gonna be. If Yahushua is mystique and he's doing certain things, how he doing it, we're gonna be the same way. Really, it starts now through these scriptures. That's why we are able to say the things we're saying and think the way we're thinking now. All right?
Yeah.
But while it's been in a fucked up society with a fucked up ruler and king, that's why everybody messed up. Everybody has that YOLO, you say that do as thou will spirit. Selfish. That's why the Lord calls it a wicked, sinful, adulterous generation, man. Everything is predicated on being adulterous. Creeping through a nigga window. Niggas make songs about it.
Yeah.
Some of the best selling, top-notch songs are adultery songs, man.
Yes.
You know? And then in the black community, adultery has become an art. It has become, I'm talking about, it has become the creme of the creme. You are lame if you're not committed. Man, I got this. Even the woman has, with these so-called artists they have today, even the women have put it out there to deal with multiple niggas. I got multiple husbands. They got this new shit. They got multiple husbands, man. I'm husband number one. Husband number two. Husband number
Boyfriend number 2.
Yeah. Go ahead, Al.
God, all right. It says God, and it goes what you were saying, what the brother was bringing out with their preparation, like trying to be like Yahushua, the preparation that starts right now.
Yeah.
It's Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. It says a wise judge will instruct his people.
Yeah, we know that Yahushua he's definitely going to be a wise judge, right? So much he was Solomon in his palace. You know he's going to be wise, man. He's going to instruct us well, all right, in ruling and having dominion over the whole planet Earth, man, and more. Go ahead.
He said one greater than Solomon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Yeah, and our government starting out, man. We're a part of the establishment of the government, all right? It's going to be well ordered. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, as the judge of the people himself, so are his officers.
There you go. So the man that's on top, his officers have been under him, and they've been under him, and they've been under him the gonna be well ordered. They're gonna be everything gonna be in the proper place, how it's supposed to be, man. Nothing, and you best believe with Yahweh Shai, nothing's gonna be out of order, man. Not one thing.
When she thought the servant was the king,
Yeah.
and how ordered he was, man. You know, but he's after the order of Solomon. Like Solomon set that standard. See, niggas have set a very low standard in the earth for our people, man. You know, niggas have a extremely low standard, man. You know, niggas with tens of billions of dollars still have
Worst diet.
Yeah, the worst diet. Yeah, the trashy baby mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bitch fine looking bitch and throw away. You put that bitch in the kitchen, she lost.
Yeah.
That bitch can go all through the mall, but if you drop that bitch off in the kitchen, that bitch lost, man.
Yeah.
You know? And these men have tens of millions of dollars, okay, but they have a very trash, okay, standard, man.
Yeah. You look at the niggas from MTV, what it is? Crib. Them niggas, man, you look at all the J artists, them niggas still got 3 sons in the ice box, man.
Yeah. Squeezing and shit.
Squeezes and what they call that shit? Fruit roll-ups and shit. And you see that one baby mama look like Mike Tyson when he ain't have no money. And he try to get this other bitch that she light-skinned, long, pretty hair when he got some money, and she just a whore, an ex-stripper. That's the lifestyle of Jake. Then you look at Jake. Jake ain't got no motherfucker. I done seen a couple of them niggas, man. That dude that was dealing with Tamar Braxton. That dude was a producer for all these different songs. But the nigga is big as he's big as the fucking equator. When you got that much money, you supposed to have a chef. Men help you have a regiment. You supposed to be a sidewalk cracking motherfucker. You supposed to have muscles on top of muscles, man.
Yeah. You got all that
Meal
free
plan?
time.
Yeah, go ahead, you got it.
You got all that free time. You supposed to know other languages.
Oh,
you know, you supposed
man.
to know other cultures. Yeah, you supposed to know architecture.
Yeah.
You know, you supposed to know hunting. You supposed to know all type of shit, man. But niggas don't know nothing, like you say, that Capri Sun mindset. And none of these niggas never go try to marry no nobility, man. You know, like niggas don't try to marry into none of these noble families of the earth. Nigga go get, like you say, they just go get, these niggas go get all this money, go on world tours, and come back and get the finest bitch out the hood, man.
But the other nations do. They got a class at UC Berkeley right now in LA where the women, white women, are going to class to learn how to date and marry black men. Go to black men. It's a class going on in California right now. UCLA, Berkeley. Yeah, they doing this shit, man.
Dr. Tierson Johnson teaches it.
Yeah. Say it again loud.
Dr. Tierson Johnson, he teaches heathen women and also the Northern Kingdom how to get Judah. And the class has no eaves. It's just a bunch of so-called Latinas and so-called white women learning how to get with the top-notch Jake.
Top-notch Jake, man.
Wow.
I got a situation going on in my family right now. You know, Beckett and God was one people. You know, Jake said, she just bring me peace. You know?
Yeah.
It's funny, but you know, it is what it is though, man.
He got a standard by himself, man.
Yeah.
And then with these scriptures, they give us a standard, they give us a reference point, man. Like when you see how Solomon was living, them boy really balling. These niggas ain't got no money, man.
Hell.
Okay, these niggas got slave tokens, man.
Yeah.
Solomon sacrificed 125,000 sheep in one day after the temple was built. In one day, first thing you gotta think, what is he drawing from?
Yep.
Cause they still gotta eat the rest of his life. Like, so if he can do that in one day, what type of surplus is he drawing from? You see? So like I say, these niggas be around here like they got some money, big, that ain't no money. You niggas ain't got no money, man.
That ain't no money.
Cause then to maintain 125,000 sheep, to maintain all those livestock, how much land do you gotta have? How many servants do you gotta have?
Yeah, Jake can't take me.
You see? But then you got 50 Cent son, you know, asking for more child support, you know?
Yeah.
He's like
Grown,
26.
grown ass nigga.
Man.
Like 26 that's a chance.
Hey, cause like back in the day when you see them guys like NWA, they wasn't holding no money. Like Jake hold them bags of money up like them dudes were doing it back then like that. That's how you know the money. It ain't shit. Fed just print money on top of money, and Jake just throw bags up there like it ain't nothing.
Hey, the people that got money don't have to tell you they got money. They don't want you to know they have money. Right? When you around real money, like I say, when you around real money, you can see it, you can smell it. You damn sure when you go to their table, you can damn sure taste it. Damn, this Kobe beef. I ain't never. You gonna taste the difference because of the shit they doing. And they don't dress like it. They got the regular Walmart pants on. I've been around one cat. He was he had billions. This nigga drove a Toyota Camry, man. He was a Moabite. They don't want you to know it, but you, Jake, gotta let everybody gotta. I'm gonna tell you, just like down here, you niggas wear them diggy outfits. Is a illustration of where you come from the hood. You put them fucking raglan chains on too from Mr. Goldman to show you done made it. Well, the rich and the wealthy don't do that shit. They don't put the shit in their mouth. They don't put the chain and the bracelet and the watch. They don't do that stupid shit, man. They put their assets somewhere else. All right? They put their investments in different things and other shit, man. You the only niggas that do that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Niggas got Cartier glasses. He ain't eating a week, 3 days. He eating off the fucking dollar menu at McDonald's, man. But when that weekend come, Friday come, you go put them same raglan pretty outfits on and flaunt and gyrate around all fucking thing, man.
No standard.
With no standards. You go get with them black-footed, Sasquatch looking hoes, all right? You still around with them same hating ass niggas on you, and shit happens. You end up in jail, end up nigga killing you, all right? You niggas got the worst fucking diet. I'm gonna keep getting on that. You niggas got the worst fucking diets in the world, man. And have money.
Yeah.
And have money. Niggas still eating Chiwis. You watching little dirt niggas on, them niggas eat trash, man.
Yeah.
Trash bullshit, man.
That's how it works. Jake can make fun of you for eating vegetables.
Yeah, you niggas in the hood don't know what vegetables is. I know niggas right now in my family, they scared of anything green. Oh Lord, what that's called? No, it's called avocado, nigga. It's a guacamole.
Guacamole, yeah.
Oh, I ain't eating that shit. Nigga ain't eating that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Broccoli a scared nigga. Where I'm from. And I'm saying because we eat, you know, amongst the brothers, we get we really mess with the you know, what they call that shit? Asparagus. Oh Lord, asparagus will trip a nigga out. Asparagus and alcohol?
Oh yes, salmon and asparagus gone.
Oh, salmon. Salmon. Nigga, there's no catfish.
Yeah.
The whole life, bro. Go ahead.
Crawfish. That was
Yeah, man. Scrimp. Got me some scrimp. Nigga, you say shrimp, shrimp. Niggas is crazy. Then like I said, I seen the whole case of them doodoo noodles. Them bitches was gone when I went to the store. Them shillings, I call them doodoo noodles. Niggas eating that shit. Niggas, you look at a nigga just, his whole intestines is bloated. You ever see some of these niggas' stomachs? Nigga young, man. 20-something years old.
They get you, man, before free or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, he got it.
Back in the Messiah, chapter 8, verse 7, it says, and if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teacheth temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life.
Men can have nothing more profitable in their life. But temperance is self-government. Then you have prudence, is making a wise decision. Yeah, in every circumstance, because you have the insight on it. You know? You have the insight, and that pretty much governs your decision making. Like, we understand that this is the end. So we're making prudent decisions to get favor with Yahweh Shemal Shah. Because the scripture say what? Kiss the son, lest he be angry. We know that Yahweh Shemal Shah is pissed at the planet Earth, man, and the current condition of this society. So the spirit is on us to what? Be separate from this society, okay, and be obedient to get favor in the time of wrath, man. What's that Sirach 18?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it. All right. Real quick. Well, I got another two. Go slide.
Now you read that.
Okay.
Jump back to that.
Yeah. I get that one too. This is Sirach chapter 5, in verse 7. It says, make no tarry to turn to the Lord,
Yep.
and put not off from day to day.
Yep.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
Yep.
And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
And that's security. Because see, people are secure, all right, have this false sense of security within this society, man. Okay? They got 401k, Jay got a decent salary, Jay got his little setup going, his business going. They get security in there, man. Not knowing that there's a bitch that's going to happen, and the Bible tells us these things, man. Okay? How the grind shall cease, how there shall be no work in Egypt for the head or the tail. Okay? The scripture tells us that, look, this society as we know it is going to come to a breach hope. Okay? So you're trusting in these temporal things is going to leave you in a horrible circumstance in the times to come, man. Okay, go ahead.
Right? It says, all right, it says, for mercy, Sirach 5 and 7, it says, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Yeah, perish in the day of vengeance. See, the Lord is going to take vengeance in the earth. He has a lot of vengeance, beginning on these Edomites, and then beginning on 2/3 of our people who are pretty much have chosen the side of Esau, okay, in these times, man. Okay, that's why it said, you are your father the devil. Don't join the hand. They should both not go unpunished. You see, the Lord has a lot of vengeance because this society is very boastful against Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. So he gonna come see about that, man. You know? It's only you get to a point where you rebel within the realm of the king for so long till he say, fuck it, I'm gonna exhaust some resources and put this rebellion out, man. And that's why he's gonna send all these plagues, and then eventually gonna send Yahweh Shah, man, to put down this great rebellion in the earth. And see, when you have the insight on that, your decision making change because that goes to being prudence. Okay? As the brother's going into.
Real quick.
Yep.
Proverbs 18:1, it says, who desire a man having separated himself, seeking and intermeddling with all wisdom.
Hey, seek it and intermeddle with all wisdom, but first it comes with a separation. You see, you gotta separate. There's certain things that you're gonna miss. You're gonna miss cookouts. You're gonna miss the events and certain things because you intermeddle with wisdom. See, while the world is functioning and steady going on as if this current society is going to continue, okay, the spirit is on us to be separated so we can intermeddle with wisdom, man. And that goes back to what? That discipline. And it takes fortitude as well, you know, to have a mindset, because you can have goals and you can have, an agenda of what you want to do. But see, it takes fortitude to execute those things, man. You know, like you can say, I want to work out and get this size and, you know, have this physique. But see, it takes fortitude to constantly do that over and over and over again till you get those desired results. Because you go into patience. Patience is being able to suffer until you get the desired results, man.
It's make you hard.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's 8, Wisdom of Solomon 8:8. If a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old,
Yep.
and conjuncture aright what is to come.
Yeah, so knowing the history and knowing what's to come. You see, like I say, the Lord, like I say, you're a king. A king wasn't just no man with riches and power, man. A king would have to be well-rounded. Like he had to know the history of the people that he was ruling over. If you're a king and you're ruling over different nations of people, you need to know the history of those people to kind of see, okay, they might be doing something that lead up to a rebellion. Like, okay, before they rebelled against this king, they was doing this. So now they're doing it now. Now you can jump out in front of it because you know the history of them people. When you go to Ezra's, when they were complaining to Xerxes, they were like, look, we can't let these Israelites rebuild. Do you know the kings that came from them? Do you understand when they have a connection with their power, we finish. Yeah, they knew the history of the people that they was ruling over.
Same thing happened in Judah. Judah told about that. Right?
Yeah.
Somebody get it. Judah 5.
This is like 1920, 16.
That history determines the future.
Yeah.
That's why I said look back of old, man. Because it's the things that was done of old determine what's coming, man.
Right.
That's why we know the spirit in which the people is in now,
Yeah.
of old Egypt and different things like that. Sodom and Gomorrah, fire coming, brimstone coming, judgment coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing, man.
These devils know that. That's why they know what we're doing. This will put fear on them, coming back to our power. But they steady blasting you niggas with BET, big booty girls, all right, switches sweets, and drugs, and they're all type of other shit, man. And you niggas are caught with it because your enemies know you better than you know yourself. All right? Your enemies been doing it since they set full of shores over here. All the shores of the West Coast, they studied you, they knew you.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Before they got them damn Hamites to take you there, them Hamites studied you. That was the most, them Canaanites, those the most motherfuckers went to war with, man. Them damn Hamites, man. All right? And they came, with the Psalms, the 83rd chapter, tell you that they came in league with each other. Well, we know this about them. The Northern Kingdom, they like this. This is what they do. The Southern Kingdom, they like to do this, they like to do that. So they all came together to take us down, man. You know? Go ahead, it's gonna tell you.
It's the
Judah's gonna tell you.
book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 17. And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the Most High that hated iniquity was with them.
You hear that? He said, when we did what?
When they sinned not before their power, they prospered.
Right, we prospered as a people. The Lord was with us. The Lord was valiant, had us valiant in wars. It's so much, it was like a cheat code. The Lord had it, it'd be 300 men to fucking 10,000 men and get run through with it. Everybody comes home. All 300. Come on, man. That's how valiant we were. That's how much we were connected with the Lord, man. Go ahead.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many
You
battles.
see, we were destroyed in many battles because of our disobedience. The Lord wasn't with us or wasn't with the shit we was doing. So he allowed the kings to do what he wanted to have their way with us, man. And them kings, our past, present, they knew that. They knew that, man. Them niggas ain't connected to the cloud. We can take them. Ishmael said to this day, Ishmael said, oh, the Lord was angry with you guys. We got the blessing now. Us. So no, Ishmael. Y'all are the bond woman. But that's the story that was told amongst the nations. From Houston to here, I heard plenty of Ishmaelites say that they knew that the Lord was angry with us. He turned his back on us. Ishmael do that in the store. He turned his back on these guys. He's with us now. Nah. And you show him, you know that's when you was young, you show him, oh shit. Look, oh shit. I didn't know. I been knew you guys are Israelites. They been knew this shit, man. But all nations made a run on Jake, man. They knew that Jake was weak, Jake was going for all another idols, so what they did? Everybody cashed in on us. But the thing is, everybody knew that the Lord wasn't with us because of our disobedience too. Go ahead.
It says, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
You hear that? We were led captive in the land that was not us because of our disobedience. Right? Now we're finally getting back to our heritage, man. And that's why we go so hard, because we know that this is true. We know that the Lord is with us on what we're doing. To the average eye, it looks crazy. They got on dresses. Why they got all them funny looking stones and jewelry on, man? Because this is a part of our heritage. This is what our foreparents did, man. Of Gad, all right, Reuben, Simeon, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar, Benjamin. This is what we used to do. And this is what brings us back to our power, man. Right? Because we are actually as a representation of those lively stones, man. You got a little more? Go ahead.
It says, but now are they returned to their power.
You hear that? Now we are returned to our power. And the Lord is with us. Go ahead.
And are come up from the places where they were scattered.
We'll come up from the what?
The places where they were scattered.
This is the representation of us coming up. Remembering ourselves, man. All right? In order to remember ourselves, we have full validation of what our future is. From remembering how we went off. where we need to get on the right track at. And when we do, what's gonna happen? The kingdom of heaven. That's what's gonna happen, man. A conglomerate government of men sit on thrones, operating and running the world in its fullest potential. All right? Everything in order. Our women, children, we're gonna be in one and seeking, harmonizing with the world, man. With the tree and the water, everything's gonna be in sync with us, man. It's not gonna work against us, but for us. Go ahead.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power before them.
Right. We getting back in the time to where the same men that were spearheading the laws and the commandments of Yahweh Shai, the Lord's going to defend us. The Lord told us what happens when Esau comes in like a flood. The Lord going to set up a standard. He's going to defend us. All right? We in them times where those miracles and those things that was unbelief, those wild signs and wonders, the Lord's going to do them again through various different men that you see. And I know, like I said, I know your feeble minds can't see that, man. But it's true. We're dealing with a power that, what it says, Scripture says, whatever is impossible is possible with the Most High, man. Something to that effect.
With men it's impossible.
Yeah.
With the Most High, nothing.
You got to see some things that you would deem impossible to happen, but it's about to happen, man. All because of the foolishness of preaching of the word. The Lord's finna do it through the acts of men. He's finna put his power in men. This is the power that we're doing. This is a low form of spiritual powers, man. We're literally raising men from the dead spiritually. And we all was dead at one time. Now look at us, man. We're alive. We can actually think and see in a sense of spiritual. All right? That's one thing Jake is far away from, being spiritual, man. And this devil puts that vibration out there so you don't be spiritual. All right? He puts you in the, like Elder Yashua said, he puts you in these concrete jungles, puts you away from the trees, away from water, so you don't think on that vibration, man. It keeps you away. It keeps the gunshots, the violence, all right, the projects up. Those are beacons for wickedness, man. It keeps a low vibration all day. Everything is on a vibration here. All right? He keeps that running. When you get a chance to get away from that and be somewhere where there's trees, like we went to Raleigh, man. Your mind is at peace. You got fucking trees, tallest fucking buildings, man. You just at peace. You know?
Whenever we go out of town, whenever we get out of this place,
Yeah.
my mind trying to find some spiritual at ease.
We go by this brother house on the North Shore. Your mind at peace, man. You go outside, just breathe air. The fucking stars are closer, man. Your mind escaped the pollution of the fucking pollution of all mayhem and wickedness, man. Niggatry. It's a thing also called noise pollution, man. Just as they got pollution with trash, it's a thing called noise pollution. We around noise pollution, all type of shit that get your mind, you can't ever think. Here's the thing of the image. That's one of the things you constantly see. You constantly see tore up houses, cracked up roads, grass growing, weeds. Then your people are complaining all day. That keep your mind low. Crackheads and shit, that keep you on a low vibration. But when you go around eating, what you see? Clean streets, nice houses, trees, waterfalls, water.
Even the names of their streets compared to the names of the streets where Jacob
Yeah.
lives.
Your street's named after demons. Literal fucking demons, man. When you go to their street, they're named after stones. Pleasant places, Pleasant Grove.
Trees.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, even in out there in Baton Rouge, like anybody can contest to this. It's a neighborhood that have streets named after the Northern Kingdom, after Gadites. Topeka, Geronimo, that's right. Cherokee. Mind you, that this was you were slaves over here, man. But you need that peace of mind to get you away from that, so you can think properly. You can't think when you're constantly trapped in a society that just plagues you, catching fucking hell all the time, man. Negativity.
You niggas ain't never heard crickets and frogs doing their thing at nighttime and shit, man. Jack ain't never seen that shit.
Jake's so messed up that when he is in a calm environment, he gets antsy. He wants to get back to the chaos.
Yeah, that what happened with my grandmother. We was living in Texas. They just had roads and cars and peace. It's too quiet out here. I gotta get back to the city. That's what she said. Man, it's been on ever since, man. Yeah, girl, you know they killed so-and-so son. Girl, you get tired of that shit, man. But this is what he do. This is what the king do. They know you ain't with your power. They fucking you up for grabs, man. We've been up for grabs for the last 400 years, man. Only now, in the last, what? Let's say the last 70 years, yeah, since the 70s, we've been getting back, building that relationship with our father, man. And now he's been with us. Yeah.
I got that letter from the king.
God.
So this is what the heathen, sent to the king of Persia when they seen us building. All right, this is Ezra chapter 4, verse 11. And it says, this is the copy of the letter that they sent unto him, even unto Artaxerxes the king, thy servants, the men on this side the river, and in such a time. It said, be it known unto the king that the Jews which came up from thee to us are come unto Jerusalem, building the rebellious and the bad city, and have set up the walls thereof, and joined the foundations. Be it known now unto the king that if this city be builded and the wall set up again, then will they not pay toll, tribute, and custom, and so thou shalt damage the revenue of the kings. So that was pretty much when they seen Jerusalem being built. When they seen the temple being built, that second temple, they were like, oh shit. Because they understood and see back in the ancient world, men operate on the level of rulership. Okay? And their fathers would tell them stories about rulership and how different empires came to be. This was common knowledge amongst men. So when they started seeing the temple being built, they started remembering them stories like shit. Like King David had a major name in the earth. Solomon had a major name in the earth. Okay? So when they seen the temple being built, they were like, shit. They wrote a letter to the king, and they were slandering. Like, look, they rebellious. Them niggas ain't gonna pay taxes no more. Them niggas ain't gonna pay tribute. You can't let these people build. They said, look, if you let them build, we all through.
That's how you feeling now.
Yeah.
Through the spirit, when you see the Kyrie and the Yeezy things, you think of that. You let these niggas build, man. All of them, they always thought like that. What happened with the Egyptian women? And the Egyptians said they gonna outnumber us. If women more lively than us, you can't let them do that, man.
More strong enough.
Yeah. So the same thing happening now through the spirit. All right? If you best believe they're writing them fucking elites, man. Hey, I just seen an article last 2 days ago that told me, man, they're in every damn city. And like you said, you got the other ones that doing all this fucking antics and shit, marching and bullshit. All right, but Jake waking up, and that was putting fear on Eve, man. Seeing Jake waking up like this, rapid numbers. Okay, go ahead.
Finish that. Jump to 18. This Ezra 4 and 18. The letter which you sent unto us have been plainly read before me, and I commanded, and search have been made, and it is found that this city of old that have made insurrection against king, and their rebellion and sedition have been made therein. There have been mighty kings also over Jerusalem, which have ruled over all countries beyond the river, and toll, tribute, and custom was paid unto them. You see that? So they were like, look, if they allowed to build, because see what happened is, once we get linked to our power, the Israelite man becomes extremely confident. You see? And we just start thinking like, shit, we can take it. You know, hey, that's why when Joshua and Caleb, when they went to spy out the land, they didn't care how big them goddamn Hamites was, how tall they was. Shit, we got them. Shit, look what the Most High been doing so far. They were seeing the chariot every day. All they needed that one chariot, like shit, we got them. See, when the Israelite man is linked to his power, his confidence, it ain't no ceiling. Okay, that's why King David, you gotta think, like when King David, he probably was 12, 13, 14 at the most. But when he jumped out there with Goliath, everybody in Israel was scared. All right, well, what kind of energy did David come in? Like, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Yeah, talking this shit. Yeah, you know, they fired the armor, what the fuck, you know? So King David jumped out there, he took all this shit off Saul, put on, like, fuck it. I'm gonna go with what I've been, faith. Right. You see? And he ran through Goliath, man.
Yeah, that's what in Job 18 it says his confidence shall be rooted out.
Woo!
Because once your confidence go, that's your security, that's your mindset, that's your comfort, comfortability, that's everything.
Remember, yeah, I think some years back we were talking about that nigga Tyson.
It's his faith.
The nigga Tyson was looking at the niggas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, put that
Kill
faith.
that shit.
Yeah.
Before the fight, come on,
Yeah,
kill
you
that
know,
shit.
all their confidence.
Hey, you know what? In the ring, if you see you, if you're looking at him now and he see you,
Yeah,
drop your head, eyes,
exactly,
one way,
you got it.
that's it. I got him.
That's the spirit of him, man. Our confidence was taken from us when it was taking the biggest, the mouth buck breaking them.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna take their confidence. Once their confidence going, they ain't gonna have no fight in them, man. Every man, when you get a good lick on a man in a fight and you see he wounded, his confidence going down, man.
Yeah.
So what you do? You drew blood. You like, I'm coming at him full speed, man. You get more amped up. You get all out of control, swinging at him. You trying to take him out. You know?
But if you hit him with that best shot,
Yeah.
that nigga don't budge.
Yeah.
You know?
It takes your confidence now.
Yeah.
And we done took E. Yeah. We done took E best shot now. So now we standing on our feet. So it's bringing Phil on. His confidence being rooted out now.
Like you said, we weren't supposed to come back.
Yo, not like
the
this.
The crack
deficit
era
was too
yeah,
deep.
like the crack epidemic, AIDS. See, we weren't supposed to get
We
through
weren't supposed to
that.
get through that.
You see? Especially like these cities like New Orleans, like there's a camp in New Orleans, like he started looking at this shit like, God damn. Yeah, I flooded them niggas with heroin, you know,
Katrina.
Master P, you know? Yeah.
Hot boys, Katrina. We done hit these niggas with everything. Man, niggas back.
Those are things that he was hoping to kill off the prophets, man.
Come.
The Lord had a different plan. Because like I say, going back when I first started out, Pastor Hartman said, he said, man, all of that bitch, he's like, hey.
Can anything good come out of New Orleans? Or Dallas?
He said, man,
Anything good come out of
he said, man, that bitch a desert. Which it was. It was a desert. You had brothers that was from there in different states or whatever, but then the Lord had a different plan, man. Everything is built on time. It wasn't the time yet, man. Ain't nothing disheartening like a comeback. Hey, we the comeback. Yeah. We the comeback kids. You walk some motherfuckers down, like that shit that's hard, man. Like you remember that game with the Oilers and somebody else was playing. And they was beating the shit out of people. They was beating them people like 55-0 at halftime. By the time that bitch is over with, guess what? Oilers came back.
A comeback is more exciting than a blowout.
Yeah.
Because a blowout is like people leaving the stands. I don't want to see this shit no more. But when you come back, man, it brings a whole level of excitement back, man. Intensity, you know?
Yeah. That's why the Most High did it like that.
Yeah.
That's the story.
He loves to fight.
You got something?
Hey, please bring it out. We can come back with what Kaya gave now. Go ahead.
That is Revelations 11, not verse 10. Right? And it says, they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over this. Okay, got it. Right? It's Revelations 11 and 8. And it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Yeah, we were spiritually dead. You know, we was out of, you know, our people and the people we was finished, man. We didn't speak our language anymore. We didn't call on the names of our power. Okay, we were completely broken. Like that chattel slavery, that was supposed to be the backbreaker for us, man.
Yeah, like,
You know?
Elder Yashua Robert said, you fucked up, you took us out of slavery, man. You
That
kept
was
us
out.
enslaved.
Yeah.
But you got greed and profit on your mind.
Yep.
That's why you did that. Right?
And industrial revolutions.
Yeah.
He really let go of his own blessing by letting us out of slavery. All right, that's Revelation 11 and 8 from the middle. All right. And it says, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt,
Yep.
where also our Lord was crucified.
Yeah, well, the ways of Yahushua is X'd out. You know, this is the biggest anti-Messiah landmass on the earth over here in America, man, which is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. This is the biggest energy of anti-Messiah in the earth. So pretty much, the Most High put us in these hostile environments, like in the away game. You know, you go to an away game, shit hostile. We way in the West, man. Everything is against us. Everything is anti-Messiah here, man. You know, nigga heckling, you know, pulling your shorts, you know, at the, taking the ball out, fan pulling your shorts and shit.
Niggas spitting on their hand and shaking your hand. Then I remember we played one game and E.D. White, them bitches was shaking the butts, turned the light before the game began, they turned the lights off. God, they was shaking the butts. I said, oh shit. I'm kill him. But that's the thing about being away, man. The brother said.
Hostile
It's
environment.
hostile. And it should be. It should be hostile. All right? It all culminates to a very good ending when you bust their ass, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see them long ass faces,
Oh, man, that shit,
tears.
that shit priceless.
Yeah, that shit priceless, man. And at this point, we embrace it. At this point of the game, because we know it's true. It's gonna be a lot of long faces when we get in power too, bro. That's why the scripture says in 2 Ezra 13, some were glad, some were sad, some were bound. You're gonna be a lot of long faces, man. But you want to deal with it. Just like we had to deal with slavery in this hell, you nations gonna have to deal with us being in power, man. And a damn thing you can do.
Shit never gave niggas power back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Revelation 11 and 9. It says, they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half.
Yep, 3 days and a half. Hey, that's the condition. And then it's spiritual for 3 days and a half to 350 years. Hey, because pretty much it's like if you going back to sports, what you got? 3.5 quarters, we was down. You see? 3.5 quarters, you know what I'm saying? So 4 quarters we was down. Okay? But then it's awakening happened, man, and the end of this thing, man. You know, and it said they rejoice. Because when your team, you rejoicing, talking shit, high-fiving, you know, these Edomites are making statues and monuments. Okay? That's why you got that big Jesus Christ down there in Brazil. That's them boasting, man. That's them rejoicing over having you niggas enchanted by their bullshit ass Roman Catholicism, man. Okay? That's a victory because they know as long as you niggas are enchanted by Roman Catholicism, Egyptology, Baptist, Christianity, that they got you niggas, man. Yeah. They in you niggas' mind. You niggas don't even know the game going on. Esau steady running plays and you niggas don't even know you in the game, man. You know? So it
shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Yep.
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
Yep.
And make merry and shall send gifts one to another.
Yeah, and we was the gifts. Okay? And then these folks have gotten rich off of it because you go in the triangle slave trade, they were sending pretty much guns and tools to Africa. And then they
What's the guns, wine?
yeah. And then they would send the slaves to America, and then they would send the cash crops back to Europe. The sugar, like that tea, that's why tea is so, you know, it's pretty much high class in Europe because Europe don't have resources. So if you was able to get tea, you had to be on the level to have sugar-filled tea and shit.
Sugar cane.
Yeah, because it was getting exported from the Western Hemisphere, man.
Tobacco.
Yep.
All that shit, man. The brother telling the truth. And a lot of you Native Americans, a lot of you Hispanics, so-called Hispanics, you was getting your ass shipped on ships to Seville, Spain, man. Right? Morocco. All up in the interiors of Europe, Italy and shit, man. And a lot of you, when that other fucking devil rose up, Oliver Carwell, he was sending a lot of you Irish Negroes, light-skinned Negroes, he was shipping your ass to Australia, man. That's why a lot of you down in Australia, a lot of you are jakes, all right? So-called Negroes with a confused face. You know? It's jakes. Hey, man, the Lord pumped and put you all around the world, okay? Only now through the Spirit, through the prophets and teachers, we can see it through the Spirit. Oh, that guy, Jake, man. Despite having the fine hair, despite having different eye color, despite having the shade of light skin, yellow skin, whatever, the cheeky eyes, we can, through the Spirit, the prophets and teachers can see, oh, that's Jake through the Spirit. He lines up with us. A lot of you have seen it yourself. What happened when that Irish came, the older Irish man came out here? And he probably still watching too, man.
Oh yeah. He was pretty much agreeing with what we were saying.
Yeah. He knew that he lined up with him, man. Same thing with us. We heard and we seen the temple getting built. You know what we did? We took our shit off and said, let me help. Let me get in and help. Through the Spirit. We pitching in the building of the temple spiritually. And them devils and them different nations, they hate that. That's why they sought to cut us off. They cut us off because they think they can cut the temple off. You can't do it. It's already in motion. It's already started. From the first hammer, the first nail, the first mortar, the first layer, because guess what? Going back to the 70s up to now, the foundation been laid. And they've been galvanized. Pillars of Apostle Tahar, Brown Lock of Boy, there's so many of them, Sucker One. I can keep going on names. They laid, even Elder Marshall, those different men they put the foundation. Then the second leg, when the Lord came to, he even got more workers. 2007, 2008, 2010, on to this present day. They didn't, then the building finished then, man. Now the owner of the building needs, all he needs to do is come back, get the keys, and set up shop.
But the session gonna build in there.
Yeah, decorations and shit. It's over with, man, for you devils, man.
Right.
It's fucking over with, man. It's furnished and everything now, man. That's what the Lord been doing on you fucking devil's noses all along, man. Setting his men up to rule, all right, with the power and authority from him. That's what you devils hate. You hate a Jake and power. Look at that nigga Floyd Mayweather. Just look at that nigga on a low level to what we gonna be. Look how he is, man. Okay? But imagine that in the right mind frame with the laws, such commandments, and the animal points, man. It's hell for you devils. All right? We're gonna make Warren Buffett, all right? A lot of these, you at least gonna make you look like a welfare case, man. All right? We're gonna make you niggas look like a day at the YMC fucking A, man.
Shit, y'all already are a welfare case because you're an Edomite.
Yeah. You ain't seen what wealth is, man. You ain't seen what real true power is. All right? Man, go ahead, bro. I just can't wait, man.
And you can feel the momentum swing.
Yeah.
It's a momentum swing.
Yeah, like that fourth quarter. Yeah. You've been blowing a nigga out all day long. High five, doing this, the old shit. Get a nigga up here and hit him back here. Nigga been doing the beating wing on the goal, that old shit. And all of a sudden, somewhere in the game, the quarterback get hurt. Y'all quarterback get hurt. Something happened. Kick return. And it boosted it. Now the tide and changed, man. That shit that went from blowing you out 87-0 to all of a sudden now it's the fourth quarter and them niggas came back. You niggas had drunk all the water over there. Everybody went home, but the game's still going on. Still chipping away at your ass.
You tired.
Yeah.
The other team bouncing.
Yeah. Now it's 87-85 now. them niggas came back. Them niggas nervous, man. And then, like I say, we got fucking, we up, man. We already in that mindset of taking you devils down. All right, we got Patrick Mahomes at the helm, throwing that bitch, man. You give it too much time on the clock, man. Go ahead.
This Sirach 10 and 27.
Yeah.
Oh, you got more? Go ahead.
It's Revelation 11 and 2:10.
All right.
Right, it says, "They that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another."
That's what you was doing, because you was up. You thought you was winning. You was sending gifts. You was just elated to be in the power that you was in. That's what you was doing. You hang a Negro, castrate him, put his rod in the jaw. Hey, Bubba Joe, up there in Kentucky, here you go. Look what we did this nigga down here. You was sending gifts. You was making belts of Negroes. You was making lamps, sofas out of Negro skin, man. You was taking nigger women hair and making a cushion for seats and shit. You was say, read it again.
Right, and it says, "And shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another."
Niggas was up, man. You niggas was running the skull the fuck up. Go ahead.
Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth.
Go ahead.
And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them.
Uh-oh. Something happened. There was a momentum change, a momentum switch in the game. Yeah. A second, like the verse said, a second wind and drove into us, man. How about Shem Shai putting the spirit on us? Would you read it again?
Right? And it says, after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them.
Entered into us, man. And what happened?
And they stood upon their feet.
They stood up on our feet, man. Because see, I'm gonna say this too. It was an attempt to back in the 70s, but it wasn't Jake wasn't fully the full breath went in Jake. Only now the full breath is in us, man. Go ahead.
And great fear fell upon them which saw them.
That's right. Great fear fell upon those. You kings. That's who we was really getting on. You different kings and rulers. All right, you different monarchs, so-called noble ones of the earth. Fear is upon you, devils, man. That's why you bringing these low-level tools out like Ye and Kyrie, even Bishop Nathaniel 7. You bring that guy as a fucking tool, man.
Yeah.
It's being used to predicate the level of fuck they're doing, man. Marching around the Barclays Center for what? That Dalton guy. Now this Israelite thing is the biggest thing right there with the nuclear missile talk, man. That's all you see in the media now. The topic of every barber shop. Topic of every news, go ahead.
I got one for you. This is the article right here. From the Times of Israel. It says, how many Hebrew Israelites are there? And how word should Jews be?
Woo! Should be very word. No, reading the Bible, first and foremost, not of our own words, reading the Bible, you should be very worthy. And it really is so many real Jews, you can't even number them, man. Well, I'm gonna give you a number, 144,000, man. It should be very worthy. It should be very worthy. Go ahead, Doc. You had a little more on that thing? Yeah. We're gonna probably, you had one? You had one?
Got it.
I think you.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you some further before we get out of here, man.
Okay, come on. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
Right.
And like I was saying, Nate, running up and down the street, barking, jumping up and down, stomping. That's only waking up the elect, man. Because that's how I started watching other groups. I started with Greg Mills, and it snowballed and I got hit. Took off from that. So.
Y'all about Shema Shah wrapping this thing up, man. So he's allowing Israel to go forth. And you gotta remember, there's a lot of our people who's gonna know that they're Israelites, they're gonna get destroyed, but then the elect from the foundation, and see, was like, this is just the very beginning. Like, you still have to make it to this doctrine, you know? So the Lord has this predestinated number, man, because he's finna wrap this thing and he's finna be ready to close out. Okay? We finna close out this fourth quarter, man. And how shot coming back in the clutch.
Yeah, unless the Saints receive the victory, a comeback is not a comeback unless you be victorious.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Lord not gonna let us come this far.
Yeah.
All right, just to what? Not to suffer defeat, man. That's why we move in our confidence and our hope, man, which is in the Lord. Cause this is you finished? You got more? This is Wisdom of Solomon. I'll change that one. That was I mean, Sirach 11:25. It says in the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction.
Yep. The day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction. You see, Esau has been in his prosperity. Okay?
Winning.
Yep, they've been winning. You forget you can lose. Like, if you go undefeated for so long, you'll forget that you can lose. Like, there's a possibility.
You become numb.
Yeah. Yeah, like you expect that.
Taurus.
Yeah.
Man.
You know, go ahead.
Yeah. Which then turn is no more confidence, now it's arrogance.
Yep, yep.
It says that in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity.
Yep. The day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity. And like you were saying earlier, like that's why Jacob confidence is so low, because all they're around is affliction. Okay? But going back, when that spirit entered into us, man, that's when that confidence came back. When we started linking ourselves to the legacy of our forefathers. All right, because before then, our legacy started at Kuta Kinte, some crazy shit like that, man. You know?
That's why he, like in the book of in the Bible, all he had put in your ears was the son of the animal.
Yeah.
He had put work, he had put bills, he had put mourning, debt, destruction in front of you. So all you can think about is that. What the Lord did, us putting that birth of life in us, we zoned that shit out and heard the words of the Lord from the prophets, man. What it did us, it moved us, man. It propelled us to go out there and get in the mix, man. Right? That's what a real man does. A real man don't harvest knowledge to himself. What he do, he learns it, and then he goes and tells. That's how you make each other strong. He goes out, and you tell and show others how to be the same way of what the Lord said, man. That's the story of all the prophets. That's all of them did. That's why the Lord got so mad at the guy that harvested those talents to himself, man. What the fuck are you doing? I didn't give you that. I didn't give you that to keep to yourself. It's not even for you.
Yeah, you can't remember that you're the son of our power, and then don't tell the other sons of our power.
It's selfish, man.
What are you doing? You Yashala, man. You the prince of the power, but you haven't told anybody else they princes of the power that look like you, live next to you, work with you, man, fight with you,
Hey, I don't know if y'all brothers ever got a chance to see that the movie, the recent new Planet of the Apes. That's what Caesar did. Caesar learned how to talk. Then he started telling the other apes. He gave him that shot. He started shooting them all up with that shit that made him smart. Yeah, breath of life, man. In a sense, and they grew to become stronger to take over them damn devils, man. That's what we're doing through the spirit. We're passing around, which is not for us. It's for Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai only gave us this to make each other stronger, to make each other smarter. But you haven't really, certain brothers, including myself, been to college, been to school. You ain't learning shit. I ain't learned until I came to the truth, man. Yeah, I ain't learned a damn thing in the world. This is what made me smarter, made me know how to study, made me look into words, made me learn about geographical places and things that happened back in history. This is what makes you smart. So much more, knowing who you are, knowing your power. That would make you powerful, man. Push you on another different platform, man. All right? Because like I said before, we're going to think our way out of this one. This ain't going to come by power and might and strength. You want to think your way out of this captivity, man. Through faith. You want to have faith to get out of this shit. All right?
To start remembering yourselves too, and then repenting and looking back of old from our ancestors, so we can know how to travel in this captivity, man. Because that's where we became strong at. All right. Again, the the Lord have given us strength to bear our burdens, man, in captivity, man. Our burdens ain't going nowhere, so how can we serve the Lord with burdens, man? Because our burdens ain't getting weaker, we just getting stronger, man. We start to learn to carry things of the world and still serve our power, regardless of whatever it is, man.
As the game go on,
We got stronger, man. The more we be defeated, the more we look back and saw we was defeated as a nation, the stronger we got, man. The more pissed off we got, man. It said,
You the last one.
yeah, last one. This is 27. It says the affliction of an hour make a man forget pleasure, and in his end, his deed shall be discovered.
Yep. So the affliction of our man get pleasure. You know? Yeah, because now we're in a time to where we've been afflicted, but now the Lord put the Spirit in us to where we understand why we're afflicted. We understand why we're going through what we're going through. We're being conditioned for greatness, man. Because we still got to drink it. We drinking in that cup that Yahweh Shah drunk of, man. When Yahweh Shah walked the earth, he had to deal with an empire where the Edomites was ruling. He had to deal with niggas that were sellouts. He had to deal with being betrayed. Okay, he had to deal with people wanted to see him, all right, be removed, wanted to see him killed because he was preaching the good news, man. So everything that Yahweh Shah went through, we're drinking that cup so we can be fashioned like unto Yahweh Shah. Yeah, to be joint heirs. Like when in the kingdom, when Yahweh Shah divided the kingdom, okay, amongst the 144,000, okay, every portion of the earth is going to be governed like with a version of Yahweh Shah, man. Okay, that's why we got to complete this and go through it. Yahweh Shah had to, in order for Yahweh Shah to be worthy for that position that the Heavenly Father wanted him to have, he had to go through it. That's why when he asked for another way, he didn't get no answer. He had to go through that way. That's the only way. For you to be what I need you to be, you gotta go through this. You know? And for us to be what Yahweh Shah needs us to be, we gotta go through this, man. You know? So we gotta bite down and get it, man. You see, we're at the point where other niggas be slapping the floorboard on defense. You know? That's how we gotta take this shit now, man. You know? This is where we at, man, and Esau Edom is finna go all out. He's finna come with the blitz, okay? You finna see him and come with everything in the kitchen sink, man. You know? So we gotta be built up to the point to know that he is, man, no matter what this devil come up with. We can't never lose sight of we have a victory promise, man. You know? All right. Well, with that, we pray that you brothers, all right, and you few sisters will edify once again. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being a great example towards young brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations, and hope for next. Shalom.
Shalom.